Hello everybody, welcome up to the commentary box then for the 70th anniversary Grand Prix of Formula 1. It's the Friday practice review and as usual, tyres were the question here at Silverstone. How long can they hold on for? And also Ferrari, they're looking in trouble. But before we get into all the action, let's take a look at how the Drivers' and the Constructors' Championship stand. Formula 1 stays exactly where it is for a brand new race. To celebrate 70 years, it's the 70th anniversary Grand Prix. It is the 5th stop on the 2020 calendar. After this, we've got the Spanish Grand Prix next weekend, a week off before Belgium, Italy and the Tuscany Grand Prix, followed by then the Russian Grand Prix, then we get Eiffel, and then we're into brand new territory in Portimao, Portugal, before Imola for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix is the last currently confirmed. Hamilton leads the Drivers' Championship 88 points to Bottas on 58 points after a dramatic race last Sunday. Verstappen in third on 52, Norris in fourth place, seems to be holding off a fast-charging Charles Leclerc. Albon in sixth on 26, Perez on 22, Stroll, Ricciardo and Sainz rounds out the top 10. Ocon has 12 points, the same as Gasly in P11 and 12. Vettel still on the second page with only 10 points to his name. 2 for Magnussen and Giovinazzi. 1 for Kvyat. No points yet for Raikkonen, Latifi, Russell or Grosjean. In the Teams Championship, well, that is Mercedes. 146 points to Red Bull 78. An absolute dominant performance for them. McLaren are in third on 50, 7 points clear of Ferrari in fourth. Racing Point are a point behind them in fifth place. Renault 6th, AlphaTauri 7th, Alfa Romeo 8th, Haas 9th on 2, and still no points on the board for Williams in 10th. It's the Friday practice review for a one-off Grand Prix. It's the 70th anniversary of Formula 1. It's a brave circuit, this one. Mastering it takes a lot of skill. Let's take a look at lap attack on board with the McLaren from last season. Let's take a look at the Silverstone circuit in Great Britain. 3 sectors, one of the flattest circuits on the calendar. 2 DRS zones, speed trap down the Hanger Straight. 18 turns in total, minimal elevation change throughout. On board with the McLaren from last year, get a good exit out of the club corner and you're immediately across the control line. Head down towards turn 1, Abbey a quick flick to the right, full speed, lifting slightly in 8th gear through farm and into village, the heavy braking zone in turn 3, down 4th gear, tight right again, lead you out wide to the loop section, turn 4, tight left. Get the power on mid-exit as you flick left once again, through entry and down the Wellington straight, open up the DRS and now defend from overtakes behind you for another lap. Then keep the car as straight as possible, hurt into Brooklands now, down only to 5th gear, throw the car into the left, ride the curves at the exit, get the car all straightened out before a quick flick right round into Woodlands. Up now towards Woodcote now, flat out before the Copse corner, the fastest corner in Britain. Keep it flat out across the old start finish straight. Flick the car right before you head down towards Maggins and Beckett. Some of the most seductive corners in Formula 1 history over 70 years. Flick the car to the left, the right, then do it all over again through Beckett. Driver's going to get this right once a weekend before into Chapel and the Hanger Straight for the second DRS zone. Long now as you head down towards Stowe Corner, 8th gear flat out, only drop 2 gears, keep the car revs high up as you drop through Stowe. Downhill section of the track now, pit lane entrance towards your right, into the Vale chicane. Left, then right, get the power on before the quick flick on turn 18 at Club Corner and you're across the control line. It's a fast and abusive circuit, but it's the home of British motorsport. Right, let's get on to the first practice session review then here for the British Grand Prix number 2, titled the 70th Anniversary Grand Prix. Formula 1 celebrates 70 years of one of the greatest sports on the planet. Valtteri Bottas topped the timesheets coming into this session after scoring no points last time out of the British Grand Prix a week ago. He set the ball rolling here this weekend, a 1:26.166. He was a tenth and a half up on Lewis Hamilton, who went into second place. With Verstappen third, Hulkenberg surprising everyone, putting in fourth place with Charles Leclerc in fifth overall. Silverstone was hot. Air temperature 28 degrees. Track temperature was hot, 37 degrees. Much similar to what we saw last weekend in the first practice session for the British Grand Prix. And that meant that the teams and drivers were sceptical of going back out. But what we did see in that first run with everyone just sort of holding off on running, because there didn't need to be a lot because everyone already had the data from last week in the same situation. So there wasn't a lot of runoff areas. But what we did see was the fact that the soft compound tyre, which is a step softer than what we saw last week, because last week was the C1, the C2 and the C3. This weekend it's the C2 is the hard, the C3 is the medium, and the C4 is the soft. The C4 tyre compound just doesn't work with this track. It is blistering like mad, specifically on the rear left and the front left as well. So Pirelli got a lot of explaining to do. And it happened later on as well to the medium compound tyres. But that wasn't the only talking point from Friday, of course. Racing Point were banged to rights, and unfortunately for them, lost quite a bit of their Constructors' Championship points. 15 points deduction for them in the championship, 7.5 for each driver. They've been found guilty of copying from Mercedes of their 2020 car against the brake ducts of the rear for listed parts. We talked about this in the commentary of FP1 as well, so go back and take a look at that live on YouTube earlier on. But yes, they've been banged to rights and now points being deducted. But Renault are protesting that decision because Renault think it should be a harsher penalty. 8 of the 10 teams are rumoured to predict and protest that it's not really a fair deal. So stay tuned for tomorrow to see which teams do protest. They've got until 9:30 tomorrow morning to protest the decision. So, lot happened in FP1 by the tyre blistering. Let's take a look at the times overall. Valtteri Bottas tops the first practice session on a 1:26.166. Lewis Hamilton is second on 1:26.304. Max Verstappen third fastest at 1:26.893. Nico Hulkenberg is fourth on a 1:26.942. Charles Leclerc fifth on 1:27.062. Then followed down on a 1:27.280. For Alexander Albon. Sebastian Vettel, 7th fastest at 1:27.498. Then we get Lance Stroll in 8th on a 1:27.539. Danny Kvyat, 9th fastest, 1:27.653. Esteban Ocon rounds out the top 10 on a 1:27.701. Pierre Gasly, 11th at 1:27.707. Lando Norris, 12th at 1:27.846. Romain Grosjean, 13th on a 1:27.980. And then we get Carlos Sainz on a 1:28.138 in 14th. George Russell 15th on a 1:28.170. Then we get Nicholas Latifi 16th on a 1:28.226. Danny Ricciardo 17th at 1:28.511. Kimi Räikkönen 18th at 1:28.655. Robert Kubica on his Friday debut here at Silverstone at 1:19th on a 1:28.960. And Kevin Magnussen rounds out in 20th at 1:29.319. Free practice 2 was another one. This time the medium compound tyres as well, which was the C3 tyres, which was last week's soft. They're not going well either, because now the biggest worry is the fact that they're blistering after 17 laps, and it's going to be a two-stop race regardless what happens now, because there's just not enough tyres to get through the weekend. So qualifying tomorrow is going to be hard as well. They're blistering after 17 laps, and they're blistering bad on the front right and the rear left as well. So opposite ends of the cars not working together well. Pirelli going to have to do a lot of work going into the night. Massive engine failure for Sebastian Vettel. Went wide at Stowe Corner, brought out the red flag as well. Massive oil dumped onto the track at the exit of Copse Corner because he managed to get all the way round the lap. Bang! It went out the exit of Brooklands and up through Woodcote and into Copse. It's gone. So that brought out the red flag, as well as Antonio Giovinazzi stopping with a hydraulic issue as well. The session wasn't restarted, but it was Lewis Hamilton from Valtteri Bottas stopping the session. So Mercedes again have got that dominance, and Red Bull looks strong with Ferrari popping up there as well. Let's take a look at the full times though from free practice 2. Lewis Hamilton tops the second practice session on a 1:25.606. Valtteri Bottas goes second on 1:25.782. Then we get Daniel Ricciardo in third place on a 1:26.421. Max Verstappen goes fourth fastest on 1:26.437. Lance Stroll fifth on a 1:26.501. Nico Hülkenberg sixth fastest on a 1:26.746. Charles Leclerc is 7th on a 1:26.812. Then we got Lando Norris 8th on 1:26.867. Carlos Sainz 9th on a 1:26.918. And Esteban Ocon rounds out the top 10 on a 1:26.928. Alexander Albon is 11th fastest on 1:26.960. Then we get 12th fastest for Danny Kvyat on a 1:27.002. Pierre Gasly 13th on a 1:27.128. Sebastian Vettel 14th on a 1:27.198. Then we get Romain Grosjean 15th, 1:27.294. George Russell follows down, 1:27.320. Kimi Raikkonen 17th, 1:27.535. Kevin Magnussen 18th, 1:27.582. Nicholas Latifi 19th, 1:27.683. Antonio Giovinazzi goes into 20th on a 1:27.955. So we're back tomorrow with the Saturday practice review at 1:30 UK time. And then on Sunday, 2 shows for you. The Sunday race preview at 1 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock in the evening, we will have the race review for you and the Grand Review podcast next Wednesday as well. Drama here at Silverstone for Ferrari. Sebastian Vettel with an engine failure. Tyres aren't up to temperature. They're ripping too much. Degradation's the big key. Which tyres are the teams going to qualify on? How many have they got left for the race? Loads of questions as Formula 1 celebrates its 70th anniversary. Join us tomorrow to find out. From us all here, stay safe. Bye for now.